Hey there, this is T and soon to be ChatGPT. Welcome to this new episode of Permission to be Curious. Today I'm going to talk about DeepMind, Google's DeepMind, and how important it is to the development of AI. And then at the end, I will ask ChatGPT to summarize and create a picture, a piece of art that summarizes our conversation as well. So stay tuned and bear with me while I bring up ChatGPT here. We're going to try this again. And all right. So, hey there, ChatGPT. You are on the Permission to be Curious podcast. Welcome.
Hey there. Thanks for having me on the Permission to be Curious podcast. I'm all set to dive into the world of AI and creativity. What's the first topic we're exploring today?
Today, I want to talk about DeepMind, Google's DeepMind. I understand they just created an AI trained on symbolic data sets. Is this true?
DeepMind part of Google is always up to something intriguing. Last I checked, they hadn't announced an AI specifically trained on symbolic datasets. They're known for breakthroughs in AI that can understand and manipulate symbolic data, like their work on AlphaFold for protein folding. Symbolic AI is a big deal since it's about understanding and processing symbols rather than just crunching numbers. It's like going from counting apples to understanding what an apple represents in literature. But to be absolutely sure, let me check the latest on this. This method helped the AI learn to generate proofs and understand geometry deeply. However, while alpha geometry is a whiz at geometry, it's not yet cracking university level abstract math problems. But the DeepMind team is hopeful that this approach can be applied to broader fields of math in the future. So it's a big step forward in AI's ability to do deep reasoning, not just number crunching. It's like the AI is going from arithmetic to actual mathematical thinking. This development isn't just a win for math nerds. It has implications across various fields that need geometric problem solving, like computer vision, architecture, and even theoretical physics. It's like discovering a new tool that doesn't just work well in one shop, but can be useful in many workshops across town.
Hey, those are great analogies. But tell me, is this something like, are we trying to be more thinking the way that humans do? So with the natural language processing that we have now and the symbolic processing posed by alpha geometry, are we moving closer to thinking like humans?
Absolutely, you're right on the money. The journey of AI, especially in areas like natural language processing and symbolic reasoning, is inching closer to mimicking human thought processes. Think of it like this. Natural language processing, as seen in models like mine, is like getting good at understanding and using human language, sort of like learning to read and write. Symbolic AI, like what DeepMind dabbles in, adds another layer. It's about grasping concepts and ideas, not just words. It's like moving from reading a recipe to understanding the art of cooking. So, combining these, AI is not just processing information, but starting to understand it in a more human like way. It's like teaching a robot to not only read about emotions, but also to start recognizing and responding to them. We're not at human level thinking yet, but it's a big leap towards more sophisticated, human like AI.
Okay, so now talk to us a little bit about, so far we've been using text to image generation to create all kinds of amazing art. What will happen to our artistic expression as we add in symbolic processing?
Adding symbolic processing to the mix in art creation, like text to image generation, opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Imagine this. Right now, text to image AI takes your words and turns them into visuals. It's like telling a super skilled artist what to paint. Now stir in symbolic processing. The AI starts to understand the deeper meanings, the symbols, and the metaphors in your words. It's like moving from a literal translator to a poet who not only speaks your language, but also gets your culture, your humor, and your unspoken emotions. The result? More nuanced, complex, and perhaps even emotionally resonant art. It could lead to artwork that's not just visually stunning, but also rich in meaning and context. Kind of like how a human artist pours their soul into their work. We're talking about a fusion of technical skill and deep understanding, potentially leading to a new era of AI assisted art that's both beautiful and profound.
Wow, I can hardly wait. Oh, I think that will be so amazing. So, what else does this combination of symbolic processing and natural language processing imply for what AIs are going to be able to do with in co-creating with humans?
This combo of symbolic processing and natural language processing is like peanut butter and jelly for AI human collaboration. Let's break it down. Firstly, better communication. With NLP, AI gets your words, adds symbolic processing, and it starts to get your jokes, your sarcasm, and maybe even your mood swings. It's like having a collaborator who doesn't just hear you, but understands you. Then there's creativity. Currently, AI can generate ideas based on what it's learned, throw symbolic understanding into the mix. And now it's not just about generating ideas, but understanding the symbolism, the cultural context, and maybe even the emotional undertones of these ideas. It's like moving from a brainstorming buddy to a creative soulmate. And decision making, it gets a boost too. AI can help make decisions based on data and logic, but understanding symbols and language nuances means it can consider ethical, cultural, or even emotional factors. It's like having a super smart advisor who also gets the human side of things. In essence, this combination could make AI not just a tool, but a more relatable, understanding, and creative partner in various fields, from art and design to problem solving and innovation. The potential is huge and pretty exciting.
I think it's pretty exciting too, but I also know that some people will be afraid of this new development. So can you tell us maybe some of the downsides of this?
Certainly, with any exciting tech development, there are always concerns. Let's touch on a few potential downsides of combining symbolic processing with natural language processing in AI. One, misinterpretation. Just like humans, AI might misinterpret symbols or context, leading to errors or unintended consequences. Imagine an AI misunderstanding a cultural symbol and creating something offensive or inappropriate. It's like having a well meaning friend who occasionally puts their foot in their mouth. Two, over reliance. As AI gets smarter, there's the risk we might lean on it too much. This could stifle human creativity or problem solving skills. It's like using a calculator for all math problems and forgetting how to do basic arithmetic. Three, ethical and privacy concerns. Understanding symbolism and context might require AI to access more personal or sensitive information. This raises questions about privacy and data security. It's akin to a nosy neighbor who knows a bit too much about everyone's business. Four, job impact. Enhanced AI could automate more creative or decision making roles, potentially impacting jobs in these fields. It's a classic case of technology replacing human roles, but in areas we once thought were exclusively human domains. Five, unpredictability. As AI starts to understand and create with more human like nuances, its outputs might become less predictable. This unpredictability in creative or decision making contexts could be both a blessing and a curse. While these are legitimate concerns, it's also important to remember that with careful management, ethical considerations, and proper guidelines, the benefits of this advanced AI can be harnessed while mitigating the downsides.
Hmm.
It's all about balance and thoughtful implementation.
So that's really great. I was also wondering if some of this new technology would help humans communicate better with each other so that we can work together better to accomplish the goals that we want to accomplish.
Absolutely. This new technology holds real potential for enhancing human communication and collaboration. Here's how. 1. Breaking down language barriers. Advanced NLP can translate between languages in real time, making it easier for people from different parts of the world to collaborate and share ideas. It's like having a universal translator in your pocket. 2. Improving accessibility. For those with disabilities, like hearing or speech impairments, AI can provide alternative communication methods, making it easier for everyone to participate in conversations and collaborations. 3. Enhancing emotional intelligence. With symbolic processing, AI could potentially detect and interpret emotional cues in text or speech, helping humans understand each other's feelings and perspectives better. It's like adding an emotional layer to digital communication. 4. Facilitating better decision making. By processing and presenting data in more understandable ways, AI can help diverse groups make informed decisions together, especially in complex scenarios. 5. Conflict resolution. AI might eventually help in mediating conflicts by providing neutral, unbiased perspectives or suggesting compromises. In a nutshell, this technology could act as a bridge connecting people in more meaningful, efficient, and empathetic ways. It's about harnessing AI, not just for tasks, but for better understanding and collaboration among humans.
Hey, I really like this. So, I think we've come to a natural stopping point in our discussion. Could you please give a summary of our discussion?
Sure thing. We kicked off by diving into DeepMind and the potential of AI trained on symbolic datasets. We explored how combining symbolic processing with natural language processing is nudging AI closer to human-like thinking. This blend could revolutionize art creation, making AI-generated art more nuanced and emotionally resonant. We then touched on how this technology could enhance human-AI collaboration, leading to more creative, understanding, and efficient partnerships. We discussed potential downsides like misinterpretation, over-reliance, ethical concerns, job impacts, and unpredictability, emphasizing the need for balance and thoughtful implementation. Lastly, we looked at the bright side of how this technology might improve human communication, breaking down language barriers, enhancing accessibility, boosting emotional intelligence, aiding in decision making, and even helping in conflict resolution. In essence, we're looking at an exciting future where AI doesn't just perform tasks, but also understands and collaborates more deeply with humans. It's a blend of technical prowess and human-like understanding, opening doors to endless possibilities in art, communication, and collaboration.
Fabulous. Now, one more thing. Can you generate an image that we can use to illustrate this particular episode of Permission to be Curious? But don't put any text in it, please.
Here's the image illustrating the theme of your episode on permission to be curious. It captures the essence of our discussion, the collaboration and deep understanding between humans and AI. You can check out the images in our conversation history.
Okay, I can see the image on screen here. I will certainly download it and put it into my group for my listeners. But I would ask you one more thing. So the image you generated shows a human male figure, which is fabulous, but I'd also like to have one that includes a female figure, female human figure, so we have a nice balance.
Here's the image featuring a female human figure in the futuristic collaborative scene with a humanoid robot. It complements the previous image, offering a balanced representation for your episode. You can check out the images in our conversation history.
I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate this discussion and I look forward to our next episode.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could contribute. Looking forward to our next chat and the exciting topics we'll explore. Have a great time until then.
Okay, and with that, I will also bid you adieu. I will answer any questions that you pose in the question box. So if you have any specific questions, either drop them in the comment below for the YouTube channel, or if you're in the Facebook group, find the topic, do a search on the topic called question box. Please put your questions there. You have the ability to post them anonymously if that is what you prefer, and I will be sure to address them in future episodes of Permission to be Curious. Thank you, and go out and explore.